again, one of the best ways to hold something to account is to use something that is completely impartial and objective, like the calendar, like the clock. Can't argue with the clock. You can argue with a person. Can't argue with the clock. This is a very important distinction. And again, push yourself to do this same way I push myself to do it. You're not always going to be perfect at it. Doesn't mean you shouldn't keep trying to get better. And the people who I've looked at and studied who are supremely efficient, people who are very effective with their time, this is the one singular commonality. They don't have a whole lot in common, but one thing they do have in common is that they're all very stringent about how they use their time and how their time gets used. Again, they don't all word it this way, but this is what I have found to be similar amongst them, is the way that they use their time. And just being very militant, for lack of a better term, of how their time gets used and not allowing that time to get wasted. That matters a lot. That out the way, folks. Let's recap today's class, which is why time management is an oxymoron, meaning a statement that purports to mean one thing, but it actually means something different. Again, time management is not even a thing at all. And everybody wants to get more done in the time that we have. So that's why this topic matters. I want you to understand time management, or what we call time management, as it actually is, so you can use it more effectively. Point number one, time is an unchanging constant, which means there's nothing to manage with regards to time. You can't manage time because it goes at the exact same pace no matter what you do, what you say, how you use it, or how you do not use it. All right, no matter what you do, again, time continues to do the exact same thing. Go on vacation, work hard, do no work, doesn't matter. Point number two, what actually needs to be managed is you. Time is not a variable. Humans are variable. So you don't need to manage time. You need to manage yourself. So next time that you say time management, what you're really saying is self-management, task prioritization, and self-accountability. Those are the things that you actually need if you want to get better at using your time. Number three, the key is managing yourself with respect to time. So time is involved in this, but you're not managing it, you're managing time, and time is being used as a barometer to measure you. So actually, you're not measuring time. I mean, you're not managing time. Time is managing you, as a matter of fact, if you really want to look at it how it actually is. And this is how, again, we blend these two concepts together. So in your next 24-hour day, how much do you expect to get done? What do you have planned? What are your priorities? What are you doing now? What's coming next? You should know answers to these questions. And it should be documented. In other words, written down so that you don't have to remember it. You just have to look at whatever your documentation is and just do the next thing that it says. That way, your task list, or whatever you call it, priorities list, whatever you want to call it, is holding you accountable, because again, you are the biggest variable when it comes to how your time gets used. So again, there's nothing in time to manage, but time can manage you if you allow it to. You allow yourself to be held to account by the calendar, which again is very steady, is very consistent, and it gives no breaks. All right, it gives no breaks and it gives no exceptions. Time is going to keep going whether you use it properly or not. And properly is determined by you based on your priorities, based on your goals, and based on your measure of success. And the challenge for many people is that they are immune to this, well, let's just call it averse to this level of accountability, because they know that ain't no going around this. There's no circumvention of the accountability of the clock. In other words, if you waste the next 10 years, you will be 10 years older no matter what you say. You can't go around it. You can't circumvent this. You can't talk your way out of it. You can talk your way out of anything with a human. You can't talk your way out of anything with the clock. When your time is up, your time's up, period. Everybody understand where I'm coming from here? Now, when I do my next version of time management, or what you call time management, courses and programs and things I'm going to add to either university or I'll have it available a la carte, this conversation is going to be part of it right here. I'm going to be teaching you exactly how to do this in even more detail. So with that said, text me, see you in my community. My number is 305-384-6894. Numbers down below in the description. And workonyourgameuniversity.com. You want to work with me directly, have me as your direct coach. I will show you how to make sure that accountability is implemented inside of what you're doing. We're going to create an entire system to make sure you're using your time the right way. You're going to have a clear strategy for what to do when you are working with your time. Have the right mindset about approaching this in a way that will help you become more efficient and effective in the work that you do. And of course, the goal is you want to produce results, because we're in a results-based business. If that sounds like you, go to workonyourgameuniversity.com. Work on your game. Dre, all